Davis here, and this is our update on the Playing the Odds Kickstarter. We're in the home stretch, y'all. It's 6 days left. We are 66% funded, and it's time to do it, man. Thank you to every one of you who have pledged so far and got us to this point. We really appreciate your support. We really appreciate the fact that you believe in this project and that you're working with us to help make this happen. I know a lot of you have been following the project from the beginning, and some of you are still trying to make your mind up whether or not you want to support us. We hope that over the next 6 days that you'll do that, because I mean 66% funded sounds like we're pretty close, but at the same time we still have a long way to go. And if you're familiar with Kickstarter, you understand that it's like all or nothing. Either we raise the money and we get the finance, or we don't raise the money and we don't get the financing. We haven't been sitting idle over this past month. We have been working on the project as much as we can with the resources that we have available. Mark Vision Bonds has been doing a great job at taking the animation that was created by Paul Brown III and incorporating that into the Unreal engine that we're using to create the animation. DeGradier Daniels has been working with Mark as well. DeGradier has been concentrating on our mocap and on our customization, because there are some things that we're going to be working on with the animation that's just not available. Those of you who are familiar with animation and work with DAZ models and different things like that, you understand that when it comes to black characters and some of the cultural things that come along with us, that there's not a lot of availability for stuff like that. So a lot of stuff like that we're going to eventually have to create ourselves, and that's part of the reason that we're raising the funds. Animation is a very expensive endeavor, and I mean it takes a lot of money to make animation. Just being frank, and what we hope to do with this Kickstarter is to create the first episode, the first 2-3 minutes of Playing the Odds, and this first 3 minutes will go a long way to helping us to create the rest of the series. It gives people an opportunity to see what we're capable of doing. It gives us something that we can show to other potential investors that we're looking to, and also gives us something to go even further to show various streaming services that we may want to get in contact with as far as we develop the project. We have an amazing team. I've mentioned these people to you before. Of course, we got Mark Barnes doing our animation. We've got Paula Wilson, who is amazing when it comes to sound and special effects and voice acting direction. We've got Balagoon Ojitati, who's working with us on our script writing. We've got, again, DeGradier Daniels, who is also working with our animation and working with our custom design and our mocap. We've got Scott Washington, who builds custom models from scratch, models that we can end up creating into a 3D model, and we can incorporate it into the animation. And last but not least, we have Otis Galloway, amazing composer who has actually completed an entire soundtrack for Playing the Odds, which is one of the rewards that we're giving away with your pledge if you decide to pledge at that level. You can come in you can pledge on a small level. You can just give a small donation toward the project. At $10, you actually get a chance to come online and watch the first episode once it's complete. At $15, you actually get to download the MP3 of the animation that you can watch at your convenience. And we've got all of the kind of combination rewards. We've got the reward where you can actually get the physical signed copy of the Playing the Odds novella. We've got a reward level where you can get the digital copy. We've got a Cyberfunk level that if you pledge at that level, you can get all of our Cyberfunk books from MV Media. We've got a Sword and Soul level that if you pledge at that level, you can get our Sword and Soul books. So we got so many different ways that you can support the project and be rewarded for supporting the project. So I'm not going to stay on here that long. I just want to let you guys know where we are in the situation. I wanted to put here a link to put this right here. Put a link to the Kickstarter just in case you want to go after this video and you're so excited and fired up you want to pledge right now. I'm also going to put a link to our website. Let me pull it up real quick. Now, you can go to this link and take a look at the project in detail. You can take a look at the storyline behind the project. You can look at the bio for everyone that's involved in working with the project. And you can actually see some snippets from some of the work that we've done before and in building up to this point. And you can see how the animation has progressed from when we started in the beginning to where we are now. And we also have the potential to even go to a next level because of some of the new advances that have come out, such as Unreal 5, that can be incorporated into this animation. So again, thank you to everyone who has pledged so far. For those of you who are still thinking about pledging, now is the time to do it. For those who are saying, well, I'm just going to wait to the right moment, now is the right moment. So thank you again. Check out our website, check out our Kickstarter, and we hope to have you as a Cyberfunketeer in the very near future. Take care, y'all. Peace.